Let's go!
It's your girl, Miss Ruby Z, on the Ruby Z exclusive. And this is the Boom Bap Hour Uncut. We have a very, very special guest here on the Ruby Z exclusive. It's Dvine. What's going on?
What up? How you doing today?
Oh, doing wonderful. Now, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Steady grinding, steady making things happen out here,
I know that's right. Well, we definitely going to talk about like your new project, some of the things that you've, done throughout your career. So, just starting out. You grew up in Long Island, New York. Now, tell us what it was like growing up there, and do you think growing up there shaped you in a creative sense, like just kind of growing up around just about the atmosphere?
I would say Long Island, it's very diverse. So you'll be in some areas and you'll be in like a rich community. And then you go a few blocks over, you're in the hood. And you go a little bit over, you're in the boonies, So it's like, it's got a little bit of everything. So, it's definitely, you kind of, to an extent, you kind of create your own culture sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Now, when you first got into, hip-hop at an early age, who inspired you coming up? Like, what artists did you look up to?
The artists I listen to a lot, definitely Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep, Tragedy Gaddafi, CNN, just golden era hip-hop. That's, I got into it young. The first CD I ever bought was actually Shyheim the Rugged Child, a.k.a. the Rugged Child album. So I was definitely into that, that true school stuff at an early age.
Okay. Well, definitely. Now, what age did you begin creating, and was it like what medium did you do it? Like, was it more MC or more like kind of getting into like other stuff like producing or anything like that?
I started getting into probably when I was 14, and I actually started off as a DJ. I had a little dinky pair of Gemini O2 turntables, direct drives. They were but they got the job done. And then, sitting here blending, you're trying to beat juggle, blend and all that. And I was just inspired. I just wanted to blend my own stuff. So this dude from around my way, his name was DJ Delight. He actually hooked me up with my first beat making program. It was Sony Acid Pro. And I just started sampling everything. And then from there, it was just, I started honing my craft. And then, down the road, I started working with artists. Down the road further, I was like, hey, you know what? I feel like getting into the MCing now. So it was, as far as me becoming an MC, it was definitely like a slower process. But my heart was always gravitating towards, beat making.
Okay. Yeah, most definitely. And you linked up with an MC out of Bayshore, New York, called D-Ruz, and looks like you end up making the majority of his beats, including his song called If You Were Mine. Now, was that the first time you heard your work on the radio as a producer, and how did that feel?
Yeah, that was actually really cool because it was like a countdown style show. So it was kind of like in order to actually you had to win a competition. Like remember TRL back in the days?
Right.
It was kind of like that, and we were actually the first artist to go all 4 weeks to number one. So that was actually yeah, you know what I'm saying? When it's like when you're young and you get your first Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You get your first presents under the tree and stuff. That's what it was like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that had to feel good.
Yeah, that was cool. And then we had to travel all the way out from New York to Connecticut to do the the interview and all that. Yeah, it was an awesome experience, for being that young and, getting into the game early,
Yeah, that's really dope. And it looks like you produce, joints for, features of really heavy hitters in hip hop, including Kool G Rap, Method Man, Hanz On, Whitey B, Joe Young, Sadat X, Solomon Child, Shyheim, Blaq Poet, the list goes on. So, I mean, that's really dope that, so you think about where you started from to, what you're able to achieve.
Exactly. It was definitely, it's a blessing to be able to work with, a lot of people you grew up listening to, hearing them on your beats and, knowing that you can keep pushing in this,
Right. Now, you dealt, definitely reading that, you dealt with some losses from those close to you before, really kind of on the way to establishing your MC career that really attests to your strength. Now, how did you get through that?
Some bad decisions.
Always wanted to be the next podcast star? So what's the holdup? If you're looking for the easiest way to make your podcast, then listen up. Anchor gives you everything you need to make your podcast in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. And that's not all. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. And you can easily make more money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Ready for your voice to be heard across the globe? So what are you waiting for? Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm, ANCHOR.FM to get started today.
Some bad decisions, some good decisions. And, it was just, life definitely took me through like a whirlwind these past, 10 years. But, I maintained focus, every time I fell off track, I jumped back on and, eventually I made it to a point where, I, solidified my foundation. So now, nothing could topple me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I didn't understand certain things. And, it's just you take life for what it is and you live and you learn. And then, you count your blessings with your lessons,
That's right. That was great. Yeah. Now, it looks like you also linked up with Old Dirty Bastard's God Brother Brooklyn Zoo member and Wu-Tang affiliate Menace OBs. Now, tell us how that came about.
That was done through my man DJ Gaio. He was a DJ from Pennsylvania, and we got cool through, social media. And, he was just linking me up with people left and right. What's up? Yeah, so, he linked us up, plain and simple. He heard, he heard my style beats, he heard his style rhymes. He's like, yo, you two would sound dope together. And then, we did what we did.
Okay. Now, your new joint, Hush. Now, that's a world collaboration featuring Eric Furman, Cuban Pete, who we also have a great interview coming up with, too. And
nice. Shout out Cuban Pete.
And D-Race. That's definitely a banger. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, your new EP, Times Have Changed. Tell us about that.
Basically, I wanted to take that old stereotype, of course, when you've been in the game for a minute and, you've been around the true school, people think because, you're a student of the culture, you're part of that true school aura of hip hop that you got to be, shitting on these, young kids doing their thing. And I wanted to destroy that stereotype and basically step out of the box and challenge myself too. You know what I'm saying? Because you can only make so, you know what I'm saying? How many boom bap records can you make before, you want to try a little something different? And there's nothing wrong with trying something different. Everyone goes there once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. So I wanted to, show all ages, I wanted something for everybody. So that was basically the concept of this. I wanted, if you don't like this song, you're going to like this song. If you don't like that song, you're going to like that song. That was basically the concept of this record. And that and to challenge myself as well as an artist.
Yeah, I mean, that's dope to definitely evolve and change. I mean, definitely, keeps you, current with times too. So I think that's definitely a dope concept of what you had for your EP for sure.
Thank you.
Welcome. Now we ask this question to everybody that we interview, and we love hearing all the varied answers that we get. So what does hip hop mean to you? And why do you feel like either it chose you or you chose it?
Hip-hop is my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? This is what I live for. This is what I do. I don't have a plan B in life. I have to make this plan A work. So it's everything to me at the end of the day. And I think me and hip-hop have a nice, marriage with each other. We chose each other. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Love it. Yes. Now, anyone that you would like to give a shout out to, and where can we find all of your music?
Yeah, first shout out, all my people, D-Rage, Mavs, the One Lavic, shout out Simple, shout out Deuce Bug, shout out Dark Flow, shout out everyone who supports what I do and, holds me down. And, yeah, you can find all my stuff at bdivinemusic.com. That's BDVINEMUSIC.com. Get me on the social media at bdivine631. Once again, spelled BDVINE631. Hit me up there. Come find me in the street, holler at me. If I got a physical copy, I'll break you off. Love is love.
All right. Well, y'all make sure that y'all go and check out, From Times of Change. We're going to be playing it after this interview. D Dvine, we enjoyed having you on the Boom Bap Hour. And thank you so much for being our guest. And don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. It's the Boom Bap Hour Uncut.